Hi, let's go over day 2 of the 100 days of code. So the problem here is quite simple. It's to build a tip calculator which takes in a bill amount, percentage to add on the bill amount, and a number n to split the bill amount, right? And then finally the output should be printed out with 2 points of decimal. So this is a simple problem, and as you can see, the code here is also quite simple. We have 3 prompts for the 3 things, and then we have simple arithmetic happening here. These are not that interesting. You can do this on your own. I'll just focus on 2 things here. One is the function, and the other is the format string. Now, the is just a runtime type check. So here it's just trying to check if the input that is coming from read is a number. So the thing to see here is read is going to take in input, but from the Lisp form, so it's not going to be a string, but it's going to automatically convert into whatever form makes sense. So if I do something like this, then what it should take in is actually a number, versus if I do a read and pass a single character or a string or a symbol. Now, the is independent of this, so I could just do a run of the with the type and then the number, right? So as in the input. So if I do the number 123, that works because 123 is a number. If I do this, this also works because 123.1 is also a number. If I do this will fail with a runtime error saying that the value is not a number. So there is no way to fix this right here, but this is a way to ensure that what you're getting is actually what you expect. So now that we are on this topic, we can also look at another Common Lisp feature, which is rational numbers. So if I do this, we actually get the number 12 by 5. 12 by 5 is a number, it's a rational number in that very form, right? So what I mean by that is, if you do something like you get back the number 4. You didn't actually lose the precision. You didn't go from 4 by 3 to 1.33, right? You actually had 4 by 3 as it is. And this works with operations. So if I do this, dividing 4 by 3 gives me the rational number 4 by 3. And then I can then subsequently use this in an operation like we did before. So if I just do this, this will work exactly the way we expect, and we get the exact number. Pretty cool. Now, that said and done, we can go back to the other interesting thing introduced in this day, and that is the format string. Now, we already did see the format function. So something like this, just to return to emptiness, will work, which is if I just do this. So the A here, tilde A is the format specifier, and we're saying that we just want the printable representation of your argument, right? It's just generic A that will work for everything. So if I use a number here instead of a string, even this will work. But if you want C style strings, so I can do this, where I ask for an integer and that works. And if I now swap it out with something else, right? If I put a string back here with D, it kind of works weirdly, right? Now, in this example, we use F, which is for floating point. So that kind of makes sense. If I just go back to this and go back to something like this, that would, it's a good example because it's actually an integer, but it's being cast into float. Maybe if I go back to something like this, this becomes the actual floating point representation. And like you saw, you have the specify as extensions to specify the number of digits before the decimal, after the decimal, and so on and so forth. You can look to the docs for more information on this, but This is kind of what you expect. There is also the percentage uh, format, which is just to give you a new line. So you see here a new line has come out at the very end. It's a bit non-intuitive. If you look at it, we're confused, but I just wanted to mention that. Now, this is all was that is required for this function for today. But because we are on the topic of format, I'll just point out a few more interesting things that the format supports and does, right? So here we will see the plural specifier, which is like kind of weird coming from C-like languages. So you can use the tilde P, and let's say I just want to put some thing here, right? So I just put something like this, and then I give the number of the thing. So if I do this, you will get allow item. But if I just increase the number to 2, you can see here that this is pluralize the word from item to items. Now, I don't really know how well this works and whether it follows all grammatical rules, but pretty cool thing to have. Something different here now. So I'm going to go back to the same structure, and I'm going to have a number here and followed by the actual string, which I could actually, put it in place, but I'm just going to keep it outside for now. And then the plural specifier is before, and let's say we have something like 21, right? We have 21 items. So I'm just going to do like this. And so this is good, right? We have 21 items. So your D is the digit specifier. I can make it say 3D to say I want 3 digits of space. So because there is no third digit here, we just have space here. So that's nice. But very interestingly, there is an alternative here, which is basically expanding your number into a full string. I haven't seen anything like this in any other language as a built-in feature. This is pretty cool. You can try something else here. For example, let me just switch to this. And it works. One final trick in this family, like I said, even I don't know all the tricks that the format macro has up its sleeves, but this is very interesting. You can, let me take this one and do something like this. This syntax is a bit confusing. I need to look this up again, but something like this. And this actually capitalizes the first word that you have, and this does it properly. So the 40F becomes caps. So for a fuller understanding of format, you can look into the Common Lisp hyperspec section on format. There's a bunch of different aspects here, including control flow. For example, I can just look at the examples page and just to kind of show you the range of what is possible. I'm sure there is a lot more here that I haven't covered.